as well as our video board sponsors, Los Vitales, Mitchell's Body Shop, Jay Walker State Farm, Clay Fowler Town Country Realty, Aero Athletics, Harding University, Alexander.
The Ballgame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCA, JCS, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. Ballgame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
And live from the great hub city of Jackson, Tennessee, it's TSSAA Division II Single A football tonight. The 4-6 Ezelle-Harding team comes in to play the 9-1 Jackson Christian team. Hi, I'm Coach Joe Holloway. I'll be doing your play-by-play. Now, Tommy McLean, before you ask, will not be with us tonight. He's next door doing the public address system. So we'll be bringing you this game. It is a copyright broadcast of Worthy Road Studios for 2023 and 2024. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, editing, or further use of the Ballgame Blitz broadcast and Jackson Christian's broadcast are forbidden without the express, and I do mean the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios. Other teams playing tonight will be covering USJ. TCA is off. Peabody is at Loretto, and sometimes the National Federation will not cooperate with you. They are a federation team, and our fans and we want to welcome the fans of the Ezelle-Harding in there. I have been to the beautiful campus up there before, but in a basketball. One year I went in and did a relief effort for the White House Heritage crew, and Mike Petroni and I took our teams down there to play in a Christmas classic that they had, and well-treated, good folks at Ezelle-Harding. We are not National Federation, our fans, and you get to get this broadcast for free. You're not charged $11.95 plus tax a month for it, and we enjoy bringing it to you. Let me get this going. Some of our great advertisers that help you get this broadcast. You see them on the screen there in a beautiful picture of the Eagle, but Powerade and Coca-Cola will be bringing you the scoreboard and the score there. Blacksmith downtown, we'll tell you more about them. Jones Chevrolet, Dynamics, and Custom Pools. And, of course, Deaton's Carpet One. Jones Chevrolet, we've mentioned twice, but Elite Dental, Nest Realty, Humboldt Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Bank of Jackson, McCoy's Heating and Air, Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Realty, Great American Sports, go by and see Ben and Wesley, Southern Capital Advisors, David White's Body Shop, and I'll tell you, you are at Southern Capital Field and Ronnie Fowler Stadium on the home of Jackson Christian. We're looking forward to this important contest as the first round of the playoffs start. We'll try to keep an eye on the scores of some other games, but we mainly concentrate on the Division I. Of course, TCA and Jackson Christian School, both in this county, are in Division I. USJ moved up to, we're in Single A of Division II. Let me rephrase that. I'm an old public school teacher, and we'll give you the best. USJ is in Division II, and you're going to get some great camera shots because we've got a great camera crew and producer and director that I'll tell you more about in a few moments. Of course, the big news, I've already had 3 texts on my phone, not counting what happens with the Facebook page and everything like that, wanting to know. Well, Jalen did have his surgery earlier in the week. Jalen Mosley, the all-state defensive back, running back, being highly recruited by teams like UT, Alabama, Ole Miss, and many, many others. Jalen got hurt last week right before halftime, and the surgery went well. Now, we'll update you from time to time as we have the Eagle Show sometimes on Tuesday nights. Now, that will have to go away during basketball season because we have Tuesday night games. But and we'll update you on the basketball games. But the surgery went well. Jalen now just has to go through the rehabilitation part of it. It was a patella tendon, and it can be healed. And with the right work, next year, Jalen is just a junior. He'll be back. Now, we need to focus, though, on the young men that are going to play in tonight's game. And there are men that have to pick up the slack and do the things for Jackson Christian. Ezelle-Harding have young men, and we'll tell you about some of them. And we're having to double-check some of the numbers because they have several fine players. And a couple of them didn't warm up in the numbers we were given on a roster, but that was in their dark jerseys. They'll come out, and they are supposed to be in the white jerseys tonight, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that. But Jalen finished the year with a great year. He is a Mr. Basketball, basketball. You can tell I'm ready for that, too. He's a football semifinalist, and and that's a tough class right there in Division II Single A. Got some great guys. We'll tell you about some of them. But noteworthy, Jalen Mosley ended this season with the following accolades. Number 1 single season in receiving yards. Number 1 career receiving yards, and he's got another year left, remember. Number 1 touchdowns, single season receiving 4 touchdowns, and, of course, number 1 career total offense. We'll tell you the exact details. Last week, Cedric Anderson had 18 tackles, Easton Jones 16, Gavin Walker 14, Eli Craig with 14. 9-1 is the best record in Jackson Christian history. Coach Palmer, a very young coach, and a good one, is 1 win away from his 50th career win. And, of course, Austin Kelly has 36 touchdowns, and you know the story behind that one. Every time he throws a touchdown pass, he sets a new record. We're going to take a timeout, and with 14 minutes on the clock, we'll come back with some starters. We'll come back with some information about this fine Ezelle-Harding team and what a great job their coach has done building this up from what was once a 8-man football squad, and I have great respect for 8-man football because when I was doing some help for Humphreys Academy down there, they at that time had a pretty good 8-man football team. This year they've got just an average record, but there's nothing wrong with 8-man football. Very exciting, and it goes along with some of the great players that Ezelle-Harding takes. We're going to take our first time out and come back with more on the Jackson Christian Facebook and Worthy Road Studios.
Psst, buddy, I'm not feeling too good after all this summer heat.
Yeah, me either. I think I'm about to blow a coil.
Let McCoy's Heating and Air give your unit a little TLC. Maintenance is the key to staying worry-free. Right now, schedule a one-time cleaning for only $90. Call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com.
McCoy's got us in great shape, unlike that guy.
Jackson's most trusted team of technicians. York and McCoy's Heating and Air.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
The best thing to order is when you are sitting at soccer practice, order it through your phone while you're sitting there, and then you go and pick it up.
But you're much more of a planner than me.
I am.
And that's what I love about you.
Yes.
You know, I'm not that prepared. It's more seat of my pants.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Had an accident and in need of repairs? If you're being towed, make sure the driver knows where to take it. David White Body Shop to expedite the repair process. David White Body Shop has been in business over 42 years. They have factory-trained certified technicians, and they are a direct repair shop for most insurance companies. They make sure your vehicle is repaired to manufacturer's recommendations. Always insist on the professionals at David White Body Shop. Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases, there's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000.
This is Lee Johnson.
And this is Jason Lockridge from Southern Capital Advisors.
We're thankful for the Jackson Christian family and are honored to help lay a foundation that will build our community for years to come.
Welcome to Southern Capital Field, and go Eagles!
We are back here at Southern Capital Field. We are in the Greg Armour press box, of which it was named for him. Sometimes the music gets a little loud, but we'll get you through this. And two fine teams on the field tonight. And I know that the Ezelle-Harding people, as their program gets better and better, are very excited about being here tonight. And, of course, they have a very fine coaching staff. We understand that the head coach actually came from David Lipscomb over there, and that is head coach Corey Stewart. His all-time record is 3-8, but that is deceptive. He went to high school at Father Ryan right there in Nashville. And, of course, the school actually is listed as being at Antioch, Tennessee in Davidson County, founded in 1971. And its grades 9 through 12 enrollment is 130. And, of course, they opened the season this year with Donaldson Christian Academy. A lot of people know them better as DCA. Finished the season with that tough and now re-ranked number 1 in Division II Single A, Middle Tennessee Christian. They have played a very tough schedule, and they have acquitted themselves well. Ezelle-Harding just celebrated its 50th year of providing Christian education in southeast Davidson County. And we know that we're going to get a good game out of that. And we're going to take a quick timeout, make some adjustments, and we'll be back after this.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases, there's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000. Welcome back to TSSAA Playoff Football on Worthy Road Studios in the Jackson Christian Facebook page. I'm Coach Joe Holloway, along with a good crew that I will be telling you about in just a few moments. We have Ezelle-Harding and we got two sets of Eagles, so I'll probably have to stay with the names of Jackson Christian and Ezelle-Harding rather than use Eagles. The colors are different, but you can't see the colors here, and we are looking forward to a great contest here. Got a lot of messages on the board. Jackson Christian, of course, is in the city of Jackson, County of Madison, founded in 1976. Their present enrollment is 203. And, of course, the athletic director and head coach is Darby Palmer. Last year's record was 10-2. And, of course, a really good staff here. Offensive coordinator Will Reichert, defensive coordinator Rob Phillips. So we got two outstanding staffs going against each other. And like we said, Coach Darby Palmer will be trying for his 50th win tonight. And we're looking for a wide-open game. Both teams can run the football. Both can throw it. The passing attack for Jackson Christian may have been damaged a little bit, but they've got some people that you want to keep an eye on, like Easton Jones, Daniel Green, Jack Collins, and, of course, Trent Carrier. And these two teams have never met before. The Eagles have had to do some work this week to retool their offense a little bit. It was a tale of two halves in that contest. The first half, we left the field leading 17-3 and did not score much like Tennessee did against Alabama. And, of course, for Ezelle-Harding, they played a very tough Middle Tennessee Christian team last week. And they have got some outstanding players. And like I said, I'm kind of waiting till the teams make an appearance. But I do know Kalen Robinson, a senior 13, has provided some excitement catching passes and running with them. They have two people that can play quarterback. Elijah Donnell wears, according to one roster, says 20, one says number 1. 15, Willis Frazier, a junior quarterback. He can provide some excitement too. And, of course, they've got several good running backs, and I am not slighting them on the announcement of the starters. The reason being that I don't have the right necessarily numbers. We'll find out because roster I've got says Donnell's wearing 1, and Coach was trying to help me out, and I appreciate Coach Stewart doing that. That we got more running backs and stuff than 11 positions will allow, and he did that because he's substituting. These fine young men deserve credit. See the captains for Jackson Christian. We are awaiting the captains of Ezelle-Harding. But we'll tell you a little bit about it. Two of our camera people and two great ones, Andrew Burris and Eric Inman. Christopher Reasons is directing, and we have the blessing of having Olivia Barlow with us tonight on the replay, and you will get replay. Now, see the Ezelle-Harding players coming across the field. We'll try to pick them up. There is the Eagles, Tommy. Tommy, my color man last week, is doing the PA, and he did not know that we have two Eagles teams. It was not on the roster, and we're trying to give you first-class broadcast in action. You'll love the replays that you'll get, and let's see who's going to go out. Looks like Austin Kelly wearing 11. Looks like Big Cedric wearing 79. 48 is Caleb Newsom. And 61 going out there for the Eagles is the one and only, one of the finest young men you'll want to meet, Eli Gay, the 5'11", 200-pound senior center who has worked hard and had to take over under adverse circumstances. Let's see. Number 2 comes out. That's Noah Wilson, a senior. 3 also comes out. Kalen Robinson, he is a senior also. 55, a good big-size lineman, Elijah Walker. And I did not pick up the other captain, and we're kind of blocking him off. But 4 for each team. If you bring out more than that, they have to stand back either on the sideline or they can't go across the hash marks. And usually they stop them at the numerals. If Jackson Christian wins the toss, I can tell you right now they will take the football first. It'll be interesting to see if Ezelle-Harding takes the football first. Most teams defer to the second half. And we want to welcome the audiences. And Lotus Omad, one of our good friends, her and Wesley Freeman, Chase McLean are all watching. And Lotus says, God bless Jalen. While we're awaiting the toss, okay, it's going to be a declining situation. We'll see who will receive first. And Jackson Christian gets what they want out of it, even though they lost the toss. And Ezelle-Harding declined to the second half and will take that toss. And I see the Jackson Christian players going back to their entrance. Ezelle-Harding, their cheerleaders have formed their victory line for the team to run through. And as you see the Eagles, and they bring the banner up. Of course, that banner, you can tell they didn't. That's Velcro, and so it will break when they run through it. And they can use that one over and over again if they want to. And you see some of our fans down there. Of course, the TSSAA raises prices for playoff games, and sometimes it cuts into your attendance, although we've got a good crowd on hand. A lot of people from Ezelle-Harding made the long trip down here. And here come the Eagles of Jackson Christian. And, folks, it's time to say it's football time in Jackson, Tennessee. On the Jackson Christian Facebook and Worthy Road Studios, this game will be archived and put up on Worthy Road Studios YouTube page tomorrow if you want to go back and watch it. And the Eagles of Ezelle-Harding have made their appearance, dapperly attired in their white jerseys with the white helmets. And I'm not sure whether those are maroon or the red pants, but I do know that Jackson Christian has the silver helmets that I love so dearly, the blue jerseys with the UCLA insert stripes on them and the blue pants, and most of the young men have the high black socks. It is a little cool out here. We'll check the temperature in a moment, and we'll check the people that is going back for you. Let's see what they say the temperature in Jackson, Tennessee is. It's 57 but dropping. And before this game's over, it'll be down into the mid-40s probably. Looks like they have gone ahead, Jackson Christian, and put the Good Hands team, or most of it, is out there on the front line. Easton Jones will be one of the men deep. Jack Collins will be another one, and we'll pick up the third receiver. I know that we didn't get to give you the starting lineups due to a couple of technical things, but Elijah DeMoss will start on offense tonight. Not at quarterback, but at wide out. He'll be in Jalen's spot. Mason Vaughn will get some playing time there. Blake Rowland. And I believe the kicker, number 19, is Angel Catalan, and he is a left-footed kicker. Let's see if he is the one kicking off. He took a lot of the kicks opening up. Could be somebody else because most teams have more than one. Actually, senior Ryder Carver may be the one kicking off, and that's who it is. Wears 17. He is the senior, Ryder Carver. He tees it up right on the X, and it's teed up. This one looks like it's going to be one of those either line drive bouncers. He may kick it deep from this because the tee does give him a chance for elevation. He approaches the football, and it is up in the air, and it's going to come to Easton Jones. The speedster gets it at about the 14, comes across the 30, breaks through. Two men have a shot at him. He cuts back, and a shoestring tackle by number 5. That is Zion Wade, a freshman, and that's all that saved a touchdown because if he gets by him, trust me, Easton Jones is shot out of a cannon and would have outrun him. Larry Craig, good to hear from you, and yes, we got a lot of people praying for Jalen. It'll be the Jackson Christian football in Ezelle-Harding territory. On the 45-yard line, 1st and 10, wide side of the field to the slot side. Now we'll shift strength to the right of the formation with an H-back. They're going to try Deuce Lawrence. Deuce is on a small loose, as we say. Sometimes we say that Deuce is on the loose. He'll pick up 7. Depending on the spot. Now, these officials are not supposed to be from either association, and they did not give us a card. So, Deuce Lawrence with his first carry for, interesting spot. We're going to call it 7, but that's being generous. It's a long 3 on 2nd down. Here's the toss to DeMoss. And DeMoss keeps his balance, and he's pushed out of bounds by their 40 being Ezelle-Harding's 40, who also plays tight end, Jeremiah Glass. And so it's no gain, as that is DeMoss, who is the backup quarterback. And actually, they're going to say he lost a yard, so that brings up third and about 4.5. DeMoss will be split, wearing number 1 to the left of the formation. They send Jack Collins in motion. They're going to try Deuce Lawrence again over the A gap. He bounced out, and he's got a first down to about the 30, and that's where they're going to spot it. So a 9-yard pickup and a first down for Deuce Lawrence. 1st and 10, Jackson Christian School. And a couple of messages from Larry Craig, Mary Linton Little from Franklin, Tennessee, watching. Glad to have you with us. Charlotte Rowe, always glad to have you, Miss Charlotte. And Reed Cooper, one of our fine baseball players. 10:50 to go, as you see on the Power 8 clock. Sprinting to his left, Austin Kelly, the junior quarterback, throws it up in the air. He's got Blake Rowland or either Easton Jones, and they say he was out of bounds. Oh, I thought it was a good catch. Have we got a replay, gentlemen? And you're going to see that was Blake Rowland. And let's see if we get it on our camera. Yeah, all he has to have is 1 foot. No, he's out of bounds. Good call by the officials. So 0 for 1. It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the Ezelle-Harding 30. But a nice pitch and catch, and that showed. And Blake Rowland's got speed. He's in the slot now. Jack Collins working his side. Bringing Blake, faking the jet sweep, and back to the line of scrimmage. So Easton Jones on the carry will try to pick up some of these tacklers. Miss having that color man sometimes. So they give him 1. Interesting spot. It's 3rd and a long 9. It's really more than 9 yards. Ball is on the 29. Jackson Christian sends trips left. Jones, Rowland, Collins. H-back Trent Carrier. Here's the snap. Kelly flushed out of the pocket. He's got to run for his life, and he's going to go down and pretty close to the right spot. The official, they don't love me doing this, probably about 2 or 3 inches. Doesn't make any difference. So Kelly gets about 5, and it is 4th down and about 4 3/4. Not quite a full 5. Short 5. Slot right. Going against 3 down linemen, a stand-up linebacker, defensive end, actually 2 of them. Ezelle-Harding likes to bring those corner linebackers, if that's what you want to call them, defensive ends in the old days of the 50 defense. And the yellow handkerchief comes out, and it's going to cost Jackson Christian 5, and it'll move it back to almost 4th and 10. First penalty of the night on either team. We are a little bit out of Zach Cisco field goal range. 4th, and it is right at the stake is right at 10 yards, maybe an inch short of it or something. We'll go with trips right. I see Collins and Rowland. Easton Jones probably in there. Empty backfield. Here comes the rush. The pass is up in the air, and they're going to say it was good contact there. The Jackson Christian fans won't be happy, and it's incomplete, and we'll go over the ball on the 30, and we'll see, because we were given some potential starters but never a final starting lineup. We'll see who comes out for them. They get the ball on their own 30. And we'll try to pick this up as they come out. Jackson Christian will go with 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 2 corners, 2 safeties. They play 1 and 2 high safety. Okay, we see number 1, and that should be Donnell coming out here. They run a little motion. They over to the right side. They on the handoff. Gain of maybe 1. McKnight, the ball carrier. And we'll pick up on those tackles. Like I said, we're having to fill in. That's McKnight wears 21. bringing Robinson way out here. They hand off, try the left side. Couple of men, Easton Jones, I know one of them. Goff may be on the bottom tackle after a gain of a couple of yards. And it is third down. You hear the bell. For whom does the bell toll? Well, for the defense to stop them. 3rd and 7, the ball on the 33. Ezelle-Harding in white comes to the line of scrimmage. Robinson working on Jack Collins over here. That's a nice matchup. They send 2 receivers to the right, 2 in the backfield along with their quarterback, sending a man in motion. And now the whistles blow. And now we're going to have an illegal procedure or motion on Ezelle-Harding. So both teams have 5 yards in penalties. Now it makes it a 3rd and 12. We'll check out the receivers and we'll see how they break out. Wilson at quarterback. He's going to operate with 2 men in the backfield. A tight slot to the right. A combo pattern across the middle, broken up, almost intercepted, hit twice by Jackson Christian players, and it'll be 4th down. So Wilson's first pass is incomplete. Noah Wilson. Well, that's not Noah. That is Willis Frazier. Shame on me. Willis, my apologies. But again, like I told you, now Ezelle-Harding will have the gunners, and Jackson Christian will have to honor them and come out here and guard them on both sides. They use the swinging gate and will snap it through, and then the 3 men will block for him, provide a wall. And, folks, that one, if all the snaps that way, this one will hit and roll, and Ezelle-Harding will jump on it so it won't roll anymore. And let's see if he spots it properly. It's going to be a pretty good spot. It's actually off about about a foot from where it should have been, but you don't quibble, and now it's off about a foot and a couple of inches. Jackson Christian gets their second possession. The referees were not in good position to see that one. And Kelly brings them straight to the line of scrimmage, and they get the ball on their own 42. No score so far. Here's Deuce Lawrence trying the A gap, bounces it out to the C gap, and he'll get about 3 tough yards. And Lawrence has 19 yards in 3 carries. Here's the quick toss out here to Jack Collins, and it's an incomplete pass. Led him just a little too much, and now it brings up a quick 3rd and 7. And Jackson Christian does not want to put their defense back out on the field this quick. Slot right. DeMoss to the left. They fake to Deuce. And Jack's feet got tangled up. It's incomplete pass, and it is 4th down. And now the whistle blows. The white hat, the referee. It's 4th and 7, and Jackson Christian. They will line up probably this time with Kelly. There was an ineligible man downfield, but it was declined. It's 4th and 7. Now, Kelly can punt the football. He just needs to unlock his foot, and you saw the replay on that, and you saw what happened to the footwork. Nobody back for them, and it's the quick kick, or short punt if you prefer that. Gets a Jackson Christian roll down across the 20 down to about the 16-yard line, and that's where Ezelle-Harding will start their second possession. Willis Frazier wearing number 15 at quarterback after we got some numbers straight, and part of that's my fault. The biggest problem we had is we wound up having 2 lists with Donnell having 20 and 1 both on. We have since learned Donnell is wearing number 1. And I'm bad about watching what numbers they come out with in warm-ups. And, of course, some of the young men were in their dark jerseys or warm-up gear, and they came out and got this straight. Brings Robinson to the left. Slot right. Here's the whistle again, and looks like motion, false start, illegal procedure, whichever way you want to choose it. And it'll cost them 5, and that's the second penalty. 2 5-yarders for Ezelle-Harding. Jackson Christian has 1. Quick moving game here. See, Jenny Massey-Tim says, go blue. Lotus Omad. Congratulate Jalen. Yes, I said he has been a semifinalist. Hopefully he can go further than that. Grant Boykins watching. Lotus wants you guys to stay focused. Wesley has a great call. Here's the running play. And that looks like McKnight, and he'll be brought down at about the 10, maybe the 9. And so a loss of some yardage, and it'll make it 2nd down and 17. The ball is on the 9-yard line. Willis Frazier, the quarterback, wearing 15, drops back, good protection, throws an out route to number 1, Donnell. He's driven out of bounds. I believe that was Jack Collins on the tackle. Frazier 1 for 2. Seven-yard pickup. So it's still a passing situation. It's 3rd and a long 11 or a short 12, depending on how you look at it. Clock arrested at 5:43. Robinson comes to the left again. They've kind of split their wideouts. Max protection. Here's running, throwing. It hit the ground first and should not be a catch. And the officials are right on it. That one is incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. Willis Frazier is 1 for 3 for 7 yards passing. Austin Kelly for Jackson Christian 0 for 4. Michael Yarba's watching, and, of course, his brother Charlie is here tonight as part of the security. Ben Vargason's watching. Also, Cindy White-Benson, go Eagles. Carson Holt, the fine pitcher and first baseman. And, again, back to punt is number 19. Angel Catlin. No, have one man deep this time. Kick, kind of a knuckler, goes end over end, and we field it, and a nice catch because normally Jalen Mosley fields those. Easton Jones, fair catches it right at the 50-yard line, and that's where Jackson Christian will get their 3rd possession. Right on the 50. Had a good drive the first time, but did not complete any passes on it. Second one was stymied, and here come the Eagles to the front line. Collins, DeMoss, and Lawrence to the left. H back in there at the tight end to the right, and here comes Deuce on a jet sweep. He breaks it up into the C gap, and he'll get about 3 tough yards. And, yes, somebody just texted me, don't call the plays out. They can't hear me down there. Caleb York says, let's go Eagles. So does Jackie Massey. And Barry Cooper has a message. I'll have to look down on it because we are coming quick to the line of scrimmage. We shift strength to the left of the formation. They're going to try Deuce Lawrence straight ahead in the A gap. He's not going to get a first down, but good yardage over the right side where Ty Smith is one of the men blocking for him. And, of course, Hunter Waldrop. Here's the give to Lawrence. He's got the first down and more there, trying to separate him from his arms. One man stands him up, which is good football, and he's knocked out of bounds by a couple of the tacklers. Second first down. Moves the football deeper into their territory. Now, you can't go yet, guys. The stakes aren't down. We'll get official yardage, and this time the Ezelle-Harding team, number 2 was there, Noah Wilson, and he had some help, and I did not get all of his help. Again, working without a color man night. Easton Jones in at running back. Deuce Lawrence with a couple of yard pickup. Be 2nd and 8. Ball on the Ezelle-Harding 32. Plays being signaled in from the sideline. Ezelle-Harding goes with 3 down linemen. There'll be a stand-up linebacker defensive end. They do like to blow people off the corner. This will be the jet sweep. They're going to try Blake Rowland, and Blake's going to get hit at the 31 and driven back with a nice form tackle. Play a little slow developing. And they say only a half yard. We're going to give him one. We're nice. We'll get the official stats from Greg Armour at halftime. It's 3rd and 7. Collins and Rowland to the left. Easton Jones in the backfield. They're going to bring this corner off the left side of their defense. And Easton Jones going to be short of the first down. Jackson Christian at this point will go for it. And they'll probably jump up there very quickly. Looks like 4th and 2. Rowland will come to the right. Collins to the left. Austin Kelly, of course, will have Easton Jones in the backfield with him. They bring about 8 men now. You've got a whistle, and Ezelle-Harding wants a timeout. We're going to take a 30-second timeout with no score here at Jackson Christian.
New Nissans are rolling in. Over 70 new Nissans to choose from. That means special incentives. 0% financing up to 60 months. And invoice pricing, so you pay what we pay. Plus over 70 pre-owned units. Something for everyone. Certified pre-owned too. Luxury vehicles. BMW, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, and much more at Carlock Prestige. Check out all we have to offer at CarlockNissanofJackson.com. You should already be here.
We are back here at Jackson Christian, 4th and 2, ball on the 26, as you see on the Power 8 clock. 2:38 to go in the first quarter play, no score. Barry Cooper says Eagles persevere. And Wanda K. Bond Norman Tice says, let's go Eagles. Here come the Eagles. Deuce Lawrence back in there. Slot right. They're about 7 men within the 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. Here's the Deuce. He breaks it outside. Does he have the first down? Yes, and more to go. Tries a hop step on the sideline, as you can see. And Deuce Lawrence has got the first down. Big run by Deuce. And we're going to go quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 12-yard pickup by Deuce Lawrence. Here's the quick out, almost intercepted to DeMoss. He breaks one tackle, and DeMoss, of course, gets about 5 coming back from that leg injury in soccer last spring. If he had all his speed, you know, he and Jalen and Blake Rowland and Easton Jones, extremely swift young men, and Jack Collins not far behind them. There's the first completion. And bursting through, there's a penalty flag down. We'll see what the call is. Now, I'm not going to say it's usually holding or there or some type of illegal block, because there are other things that can be called, but you don't see anybody moving, and usually the young men have a pretty good idea of what violation has been committed. It was 2nd and 8 with the ball on the 12. And it looks like a hold. Although Eli Gay right down there in the, or is that, that's Ty Smith actually and Eli both down there. Two of the team's captains. Trying to find out what is happening because the next call depends on where the football's spotted. A lot of discussion. I know the officials want to get it right. They're trying to do a good job. A shove in the back, which is a form of an illegal block, is declined. So it will bring up third and an 8. We are in Zach Cisco's range, but remember, kicks have to happen in 1.3 seconds. Good snap, good hold, and then the place kicker has to keep that head down and follow through. And like I said, you really only have 1.3 seconds. So if anything, if the snap's slow, the hold doesn't get up good, or you don't keep your head down and follow through. But it'll be third. Well, they did take the penalties. 3rd and 15. Here's a pass in the end zone. It is complete. And we will get, that is Jack Collins. Good old 88 comes up with the 19-yard touchdown pass in the first quarter. 1:50 to go. We'll record that pass to Collins. Zach Cisco, All-State kicker last year, on to attempt the extra point. The hold by Austin Kelly. It looks good. The goalpost disappeared. The officials say it is good, and it is 7-0. Jackson Christian will be back in 30 seconds on the Jackson Christian Network.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
50-yard drive by the Jackson Christian Eagles, culminating with a touchdown pass from Kelly to Jack Collins. Jack, a great baseball outfielder, kind of fielded that one like the great Willie Mays over his shoulder. Zach Cisco to kick off. They are playing Zach to either pooch it or squib it. He can also reach the end zone. Let's see how they've designed. This one's going to the end zone. And I can tell you right now, Ezelle-Harding will start on the 20-yard line. And a little enthusiasm over there on the Jackson Christian sideline when he hits that end zone. There was one night he kicked 8 of them into the end zone. Great camera shots being brought to you by a crew. We've got one of the better directors. Paul, this young man may have your job before it's over with. And he can hear what I'm saying. But Paul Schulte, our executive director. Okay, it's Ezelle-Harding brings the slot this time to the left side. And I thought there was some early movement by the left tackle that time. Good-sized young man and looks like a great blocker. And he's just a junior. That's Jordan Holt. He'll be back next year. And they've got some good young men coming back. See Robertson in there at cornerback. Mason Vaughn playing in the secondary. Your Eagle is Easton Jones, rolling, adjusting to a one-high safety. They're going to give, and I'm going to tell you what, somebody got shot through there on the blue right in the backfield. He was in there quick. It was Caleb Newsome, the dog defensive end. And the reason they call it our positions for Ezelle-Harding fans, we have a dog linebacker. We have an Eagle who is somewhat like a rover or a free safety depending on what the defensive set is. Kai White at middle linebacker. Goff is at the weak side linebacker. Craig at the strong side linebacker. 2 men in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right. They're going to go with the running play again, trying to seek out of the left side, short gain. I see Jones, Goff there. That looked like Craig may have been down the line. I see a 55 coming out of the pile. And so it's third down and about 12 yards to go. We'll get our official stats from Greg Armour. One of the things hurting me is I have to look through one of our power booster things here for the passing situation. Frazier shoots one down the field. It's complete but driven out of bounds very quickly. Oh, did he wind the clock on that? And that one complete to Donnell. And about 7 yards again on that one. Maybe not quite 7. May have been 6. It's 4th and about 7. And with 13 seconds, I don't think Ezelle-Harding will do anything. Jackson Christian leading 7-0. And they're going to let time run out. We're going to take a timeout with Jackson Christian leading 7-0. Let's take a 1-minute timeout.
Hello, folks. This is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
Back at Southern Capitol Field on the beautiful campus of Jackson Christian, Ezelle-Harding and Jackson Christian, both with excellent teams playing here in the first round of the TSSAA playoffs. And somebody sent me a text, why aren't you saying Eagles? Both teams are Eagles. And you don't want to confuse anybody. Jackson Christian leads 7-0 at the end of one quarter of play. It is 4th and 6. And let's see what they've got. I believe that, well, they could still kick it, but they're not going. It's left. They are, well, the quick kick barely gets off. It'll roll good and get across the 50, but that kept Easton Jones from being back there, downed by number 18, and that is Demetrius Sane, a junior wide receiver. And Jackson Christian takes over on their own 48. Their scoring drive was 50 yards. They had a nice drive going, but Ezelle-Harding held on downs. Carrier in there. We haven't seen anything thrown to he or Daniel Green tonight. Deuce Lawrence in the backfield. Looks like man coverage with a too-high safety situation. They overthrow, and if you watch the follow-through, Daniel Green, and that's a big overthrow. He was covered by 21 that time. Jaden McKnight. Daniel's 6'5", and so that's kind of an overthrow when you overthrow him. Makes it 2nd and 10 from their own 48, Jackson Christian, early in the second quarter of play. Please don't forget our great sponsors. DeMoss is on the line of scrimmage, he indicates. Carrier on the line in the slot. We'll check that one out. They fake quick hitch to DeMoss, wants to juke, and that time he just lowered the head and ran forward and got the first down. So 3 for 6 for Austin Kelly, and the reason I hesitated, I want to get the yardage right. They are moving it. And it is a 10-yard, a little more than that, about 10.5-yard pickup. DeMoss with the reception. Slot right. They send DeMoss in motion. And like I said, nice block. They missed one, and now Kelly's under pressure and going to toss it out of bounds. Probably the wise thing to do. We didn't hold one of those blocks sprinting to the right. course, Ezelle-Harding gets a nice rush. They've got some quick people that come off the edge and a couple of very strong linemen inside. 2nd and 10, ball from the Ezelle-Harding 41. Again, with the slot right, the H-back, Carrier and Green switch to the left side of the formation. They pull a guard. Here's Deuce Lawrence getting up in there across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. Looks like a 4.5 yard pickup. About 4 is where the spot officially will be. And folks, I'm a little behind on some of the messages y'all sent. We'll get them, or try to get them caught up. It's 3rd and 7 on the 38, wide side to the right. Collins in motion. Sprinting right, Austin Kelly. He gets pursued from the backside, throwing it up in the air. Trent Carrier wants to battle for it, and there was a good battle and no catch as it was broken up at about the 2-yard line. And I would like to say that was Noah Wilson. I did not get a good look at his jersey. It may not have been him. But a good break up there. 3 for 8 passing for Kelly, and it brings up a 4th and 7. And let's see if the Jackson Christian Eagles go for it. Remember, Kelly can punt out of the short punt. Shotgun, pistol, whatever you want to call it. 3 down lineman, a stand-up linebacker who's going to blow now. He adjusts his position because it went away. Here's the toss out to Collins. One man hits him. He breaks the tackle, and looks like Jack Collins is going to be a hero again as he picks up the first down. Jack Collins with his 2nd catch. And the first down, I've got 5 of them unofficially. And I don't know if the fans at home can hear. Here comes Easton Jones for Deuce Lawrence. Josh and Jessica Yates say, let's go, number 17 for Ezelle-Harding. That's the way to do it. Cheer your young men on, too. And, again, we'll try to get caught up. Straight handoff, bounced out to the C gap. Easton Jones, he got a couple of tough yards as 2 guys, Wilson being one of them, fill that gap, and then one of the linemen that, I looked off to write the stats down. I'm keeping stats myself tonight, so the official ones will come from Greg Armour. And that may have been number 16 in for them. Pickup of a couple of yards. Here's the toss out here to Rowland, and they had that one smelled out. Rowland gets down and maybe back to the line of scrimmage. And we'll get our yardage, maybe a gain of a half yard. 3rd and a long 8. Ball just barely on the edge of Zach Cisco field goal range. This can be 4 down territory. Jackson Christian needs 8. They're going to bring one of the outside rushers is coming hard. They get him blocked. And now they try the end zone. Mason Vaughn's down there, and it is knocked away from him. And it's probably a good play because they don't have face guarding in high school football. It brings up 4th down. So it's 4th and 8 from the 28. And I do not see Cisco coming on. Pass almost there. Ran out of real estate in the end zone. You see the great camera shots by Worthy Road Studios. Send to Moss in motion. They fake. Here's the keep, and it's going to be short. Good defensive stand again by Ezelle-Harding. Wilson on it. Also 40, Glass, and it'll go over on downs. Ezelle-Harding gets the football back at the 8:53 mark. It'll be placed down on their 24-yard line. They bring Donnell to this side. They've got a slot here. 2 men in the backfield. They send a man in motion. Now the slot's to the other side. They pull. They run the option. And tackled for a gain of 1 by Trent Carrier is McKnight. Second and really about 8.5. Ball is on the right hash mark. Ezelle-Harding going from left to right on your screen. Got Walker, Anderson, and Newsom on that front line for the defense. Kai White, Goff, and Craig, linebackers, will pick up the defensive backs. And a little lead action for McKnight. He gets hit in the backfield. I know White's there, but he's one of the helpers. Love to see who's down at the bottom of that pile. And driven back, and there may be a Jackson Christian player hurt. Because that was a mass play. That may be Jack Collins down. We'll see. They have an injury timeout on the field. I tell you what, let's see what they do. Let's take a 30-second timeout, and we'll come back with more football action.
I will be the greatest, greatest, greatest. 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 I will be
We are back as Roberson comes on. Looks like Jack Collins is okay. I know Chase McLean's watching with the group that I believe up in Washington, or they took an important field trip that the older kids do. Jace Hart probably went up in his mouth because he's the baseball coach. 3rd and 8 on the 26. Fake the quick one. The quarterback tries to get away, and he's not going to get away because Brother Walker, Gavin Walker, up there comes a penalty, and that'll be on Jackson Christian, I almost believe. I can't say that I saw it, but when you see it come like that, and it is. And it'll be a first down. And the official's not very popular right this second. I'm not sure if they were right or wrong. I thought there was something. But last week, the team that Jackson Christian played got no penalties in the first half. And I can tell you right now there were 3 blatant calls, including a block in the back and a push down that should have been a disqualification missed in that contest. And it was blatantly missed by one of the better officials. It's 1st and 10 on the 41 now. Dropping back, completing, and holding on to it. Good job because Trent Carrier hit the receiver quite well. And that was number 18, Sane. Sane with a pickup of about 6 on that one. It'll be 2nd and 4. 6:26, you can see on the power 8 o'clock though. They bring a slot to each side, 1 man in the backfield with Frazier. Frazier's going to open up and pass. He's got a receiver and overthrows him. Might have been picked off as he intended the football for number 3, Robinson. That one is incomplete. 2 for 5 for Willis Frazier. If my stats are correct, Kelly is 5 for 12 for Jackson Christian. He doesn't usually operate under 50%, normally a 70% passer. 3rd down and 4, ball on the 47. Wide side with trips right. One man in the backfield, Frazier. Frazier sprinting, looking, stretches the field, goes underneath, and a good catch, and 1 foot got down inbounds, and it was a catch again by number 18. That was Sane. And another 1st down, and they have found a hole in the Jackson Christian defense. About a 20-yard pickup by Sane then. He's got 26 on the night. And another 1st down. Donnell to the left. Looks like Sane in the slot over there. And again, this time it's knocked loose. A good tackle. Goff was there, but the hit, let's see who it was. And everybody has stood in front of him. And you see the replay, and it was a good form tackle. That looked like Easton Jones. I have to be careful with that. Easton's 0 when it's wadded up, and Blake Rowland's 8 when it's wadded up look like the same number. And sometimes the jerseys, they get wadded up. This 2nd and 10, the ball on the Jackson Christian 38, the deepest penetration by Ezelle-Harding, and they'll bring 3 receivers to the right. And their formation, it's a good thing they called timeout. It would have been an illegal formation. They call timeout. We'll take one of 30 seconds on the Jackson Christian Network.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
We are back. We learned that David Ross is watching, Anna Stewart, Mike Badger, Larry Craig. And it is 2nd and 10 on the Jackson Christian 38, wide side of the field to the left, trips left. This time the formation is legal. And they're going to run a 2-man screen out there. Jackson Christian had people in there and then did not defend it well. They kind of reach tackled rather than making contact. And there is a pickup of 3, maybe 4 yards on that one. Third down, 3 for 6 for Willis Frazier throwing the football. He's done a good job of it. Now they'll try trips right. And 2 off properly. Here comes the rush. They'll step up. Frazier's got the 1st down if he goes ahead. Now they'll go for it on 4th down. He should be short unless he gets a spot that would be generous. And it is 4th down, but a nice run by Frazier. It is 4th and 1, and it is just 1. It's not a long one, not a short one, it's 1. Tight formation, 3 blockers to the right side. And the ball gets through the quarterback's hands, and like a runaway truck, Little Robertson is in there. He had help. I didn't see the other gentleman that was knocking him down, and Robertson finished him off in a big loss of yardage from the 29 down to about the 41, so a 12-yard loss there, and a big play with 4:45, clock arrested. It goes over to Jackson Christian. Nash and Neubauer on the left side of the line. Smith and Walter work the right side. Eli Gay, the center. Man in motion is DeMoss. Sprinting left is Austin Kelly. Looking. He's got a receiver deep. It's just overthrown. And to Jack Collins, he had the coverage beaten, but the ball had to drop just a hair more. So I've got 5 for 13, and for some reason I think I've missed a pass somewhere. And again, working solo tonight. Man coverage kind of bracketed in just a little bit with a too high safety situation and probably improper use of the term bracket. They loosen up. They give to Deuce Lawrence. They got to kick that defensive end out or linebacker. They got yardage, but if you kick that man out and not let him turn the play in, and you don't notice it, but Ezelle-Harding fans, number 9, Tara Smith, did a good job of turning that play back in. 5-yard pickup, 3rd and 5. Clock still with over 4 minutes to go. You can see it on the Power 8 clock. Here's the shift. This time the quick out, and they read that one like a book. Number 3, Robinson, Kalen Robinson. Pass is complete, but for a loss of about 4. So it's 4th and 9, Jackson Christian going for it. Going strong side, weak side with the lineman. That punt nearly didn't get off, but it'll bounce and roll across the 15 down towards the 10, and it looks like it's going to die at about the 9.5. And a good punt gets Jackson Christian out of trouble, puts Ezelle-Harding in the shadows of their own goal line, even though they've got room to work out of there. Ball is officially placed on the 9. Not quite in the center of the field, but it's closer to the right hash mark. Frazier brings them out. Willis Frazier, the junior quarterback, working on 3 for 6 tonight. We'll check those stats. Man in motion. It'll turn into a slot. And he's going to keep it. May have been a mix-up in the backfield. I think he was looking for someone to hand it off to, and they weren't there. We had a little crossing action. Loss of 2 that time. 2nd and 12. You get a good look from the ground level at the Jackson Christian defense by our great camera crew. And I'll have to, there's a corner of the press box that you can't see around well, so I'll have to depend on our camera crew and watch the monitor. See Roland pick up 1 man. Our 1 high safety for Jackson Christian is not adjusting to where I think they wanted him. Here is the rush. They may have him in the end zone. And they said that the guy recovered the fumble and got it out of there. We need to see that one again. I'm not so sure. They got it out of there, and it'll be 3rd and about 12, or we'll see. It got loose. Okay. I couldn't see if the knee touched, but 77 for them, a very great play. That's Jordan Holt. He probably saved it. It's 3rd and 15. Jackson Christian. There's a timeout on the field, and with Jackson Christian leading in the 2nd quarter on the Jackson Christian Network, let's take a timeout.
Psst, buddy, I'm not feeling too good after all this summer heat.
Yeah, me either. I think I'm about to blow a coil.
Let McCoy's Heating and Air give your unit a little TLC. Maintenance is the key to staying worry-free. Right now, schedule a one-time cleaning for only $90. Call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com.
McCoy's got us in great shape, unlike that guy.
Jackson's most trusted team of technicians. York and McCoy's Heating and Air.
We are back in the throes of a timeout with 2 minutes, 2 seconds to go. Jackson Christian leading in a white knuckler, 7-0. At times it looks like a slobber knocker, if you like those two terms, but it has been very close. I know up in East Tennessee, Greenback is leading Cloudland 29-12. We've just been informed. Thanks Moose Henry for that one. Maryville beating the stuffing out of Johnson City Science Hill 42-10. And that one is probably all over but the shouting. Daniel Boone not doing well against West, Knox West 24-0. See if we can get some scores closer to our territory as Ezelle-Harding comes out with a 3rd and 15. Summit leading Antioch 14-7 in the second quarter. Lewis County getting beat by Milan 19-0. In the end zone, throwing out of there, and the overthrown and incomplete, and Jack Collins ran right with Robinson stride for stride. And it is 4th down and definitely a punting situation. Be interesting to see if the Eagles choose, and the Eagles being Jackson Christian in this case, go for the punt block or if they go for the return. Still have to cover those gunners outside. Now, one of the snaps floated back there and makes me think that you possibly could block a punt. And, yes, with this particular setup, the ball bounced. They'll let it go out of the end zone. It is a safety. Jackson Christian will pick up 2 points on the safety. And you saw the kicker trying to get the ball out of there, and that was wise to do. We're at the 1:52 mark in the second quarter. Now, they have a choice of punting or kicking off the tee from the 20-yard line, they being Ezelle-Harding. And I think before the night's over, if necessary, you will see a Jackson Christian punt. For the folks, one of the folks texted me here and says, did you ever coach football? Yes, I was an assistant and an offensive coordinator for about 17 or 18 years, but coached girls basketball, also baseball, and Larry Charles and I coached track together, but we're not here. We're some fine young men playing. Beautiful kick, Ryder Carver, according to Josh and Jessica Yates. Larry Craig, great start. And way to go, Deuce, from Von Norman Tice. And T.J. Mosley, do it to him. Young Kings, this is our moment. And TJ, of course, the great running back at Southside. David Ross, let's go Eagles. Hey, the old lineman himself. Chilton Smith listening. Morgan Smith, Sarah Witherspoon watching. Shane Cisco, Cindy Vinson. And we will have a punt this time, number 19. Angel Catalan will do actually he's going to kick off. Deepest should be Easton Jones. Jack Collins should be closest to me, although they've moved him to the other side. Got some good hands people out there. And kind of a line drive. Jack picks it up at the 34, comes across the 40, the 45, the 50, the 40, and there he is knocked down at about the 37-yard line. Jack Collins. Let's see the replay on the Great American Sports Replay. Jack number 88, watch those fast feet. Made one man miss him. Quick and a nice tackle there by Ezelle-Harding, or he would have gone all the way. It is 1st and 10 as Jackson Christian takes the ball at the Ezelle. I'm not sure about that spot. Not sure at all about it. The 38-yard line. We won't quibble over a yard. Sprinting is Kelly. He hits Collins. Collins has got it across the 20 down to about the 18. You never know where they're going to spot it. It would be a 20-yard pickup if that is the case. Jack Collins having a big night tonight. Another first down, the 6th one for the Eagles. Here's the quick toss again to Collins. We missed the block, and 21 for them. McKnight, a good job of holding on to Jack Collins. 1:23 and the clock has been arrested. And there is a timeout. They're going to take a timeout. We're going to take one. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Jackson Christian Network.
Had an accident and in need of repairs? If you're being towed, make sure the driver knows where to take it. David White Body Shop to expedite the repair process. David White Body Shop has been in business over 42 years. They have factory-trained certified technicians, and they are a direct repair shop for most insurance companies. They make sure your vehicle is repaired to manufacturer's recommendations. Always insist on the professionals at David White Body Shop.
Both teams hustle back out there. I guarantee you they didn't get all of that timeout. Either team did. Kelly in an empty backfield, sprinting to his right, looking, throws it up in the air. And does he have Trent Carrier? Yes, he has Trent Carrier. Number 22, Trent Carrier with the 17-yard touchdown pass. Carrier, tough man. You remember that catch he made up at Trenton Peabody. Unofficially 9 for 17, a touchdown in the second quarter at the 1:16 mark. Let's see if Jackson Christian kicks, and they will. I see Zach Cisco out there. I'm having to look around that corner, but I'm going to use the monitor. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. It looks good. The officials say it is good. And it is 16-0. Jackson Christian will be back with the kickoff after this 30-second timeout.
The best thing to order is when you are sitting at soccer practice, order it through your phone while you're sitting there, and then you go and pick it up.
But you're much more of a planner than me.
I am.
And that's what I love about you.
Yes.
You know, I'm not that prepared. It's more seat of my pants.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Boy, we are back. What great camera work we've had. What great direction. The replays, you don't get that from the National Federation, and you're getting it free. Glad to have you folks from Ezelle-Harding. This program, it was once a 8-man football program. You got a fine young coach. You got a lot of young players. Here's the kickoff by Cisco. It's going to go deep, but it does not reach but the 4-yard line. A little short for Zach. Slipping a little bit was the runner, and a nice return out to the 35 by number 3, Kalen Robinson. And he was right. Had he not slipped, he might have gotten more then. Trailing 16-0, Ezelle-Harding would like to put something on the board. And I know we're looking for the spot. Here we come back, 1st and 10. Actually, they place it down on the 34. Interesting spot. I would have given Ezelle another yard out of there. Frazier looks, guns one over there. He's got his receiver. Threw it low where nobody could get it, but number 1, Donnell. Good pass. Let's see how they spot it. They're going to give him about 7.5. We're going to be generous and say 8. Now they make it 8. 2nd and 2, hurrying up with 47 seconds. Robinson is wide, and they're sending Donnell in motion. He'll set up, though, and it got up. It's referee didn't catch it. Illegal formation. They're not up where they should be. Good coverage there in the middle. They wanted Donnell. Kai White and Easton Jones both there. If it hadn't been thrown where it was, it would have been intercepted. It is 3rd and 2 with 33 seconds left. Let's see what Coach Stewart and his coaching staff pull out over there. You've got time to get several plays in, but you got to get the first down. It is 3rd and 2. Sane coming this way. Donnell is over here. It is trips again. Nobody's on the line. They got a call. Now he steps up. They missed the last one, the officials did. Here's the quick toss. They'll get the first down. It's still in play. They'll stop the clock temporarily. 1st and 10, clock running, and they spike it, which you can do now. Back a couple of years ago, I think when Smith was still our quarterback, Aaron Smith, you couldn't spike it from back there. You had to go up under center to spike it. 5 for 11 unofficially for Willis Frazier. It is 2nd and 10 with 21.3 seconds. Now, Ezelle-Harding would at least like to get a field goal out of this. Peabody leading Loretto in what could be an upset 14-10. Trips right. One back in the backfield. He picks up a man, flushed out of the pocket, and now you've got two men on it. Walker and Anderson make the stop. Jackson Christian calls timeout with 13.7 seconds. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back for the final plays of this half.
Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases, there's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000.
An interesting timeout there, 16-0. Jackson Christian leading. It's been a white knuckler all of the first half. A lot of hard hitting by both teams. 13.7 seconds, depending on how you run it and how you do it. It looks like the three receivers. The trips is to the left. Single receiver here to the right. Frazier wants to sprint left. Throws one, and the receiver needs to get out of bounds, and he does to stop the clock with 7.6 seconds. And that will be a pickup of about 6, 5, where they put the stakes down. 7.6, unless you can get out of bounds, this probably will be the last play. Now, there's some speed out there. I know Robinson and Donnell, they could be track runners. Sane is a very good receiver, too. They are to the right of the formation. Jackson Christian will give them something underneath. There's a little holding that got away with. And there's the catch, and the clock will run out. And the pass was complete to Sane for a first down, but time runs out, and we will call it 20 timeout. We'll take a 3-minute break at least. It's 16-0. Jackson Christian leading over Ezelle-Harding. Let's take that timeout.
This is Lee Johnson.
And this is Jason Lockridge from Southern Capital Advisors.
We're thankful for the Jackson Christian family and are honored to help lay a foundation that will build our community for years to come.
Welcome to Southern Capital Field, and go Eagles.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
New Nissans are rolling in. Over 70 new Nissans to choose from. That means special incentives. 0% financing up to 60 months. And invoice pricing, so you pay what we pay. Plus over 70 pre-owned units. Something for everyone. Certified pre-owned too. Luxury vehicles. BMW, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, and much more at Carlock Prestige. Check out all we have to offer at CarlockNissanofJackson.com. You should already be here.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
I will be the greatest, greatest, greatest. 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 I will be
Great American Sports makes sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard East in Jackson, we specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports, make sports an addiction.
Had an accident and in need of repairs? If you're being towed, make sure the driver knows where to take it. David White Body Shop to expedite the repair process. David White Body Shop has been in business over 42 years. They have factory-trained certified technicians, and they are a direct repair shop for most insurance companies. They make sure your vehicle is repaired to manufacturer's recommendations. Always insist on the professionals at David White Body Shop.
Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases, there's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today, direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000.
This is Lee Johnson.
And this is Jason Lockridge from Southern Capital Advisors.
We're thankful for the Jackson Christian family and are honored to help lay a foundation that will build our community for years to come.
Welcome to Southern Capital Field, and go Eagles.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
We are back at Southern Capitol Field where we're in the Greg Armour press box. And guess who I just found? No, he comes over and Ezelle-Harding people. You're in for one of the best stat men in America, 35 years here at Jackson Christian. Greg Armour, interesting first half, Greg.
Yes, it was. You know, a lot of defense.
Both teams hard hitting, slobber knocker, white knuckler. Choose one or use both terms.
Yep. All right, for Jackson Christian, we had 5 first downs in the passing department. Austin Kelly attempted 19, completed 10 for 78 yards. Jack Collins had 3 for 41 and a touchdown. Elijah had 4 for 12. Trent Carrier had 1 for 22 and a TD. And Blake Rowland had 2 for 8. In the rushing department, we were 17 times for 67 yards. Deuce Lawrence had 9 carries for 55 yards. Easton Jones had 3 for 9. Austin Kelly had 2 for 8. Blake Rowland had 1 for 1. We punted twice by Austin Kelly for an average of 44 yards. We had 2 penalties for 10 yards. All right, for Ezelle-Harding, they had 3 first downs. In the passing department, they attempted 16, completed 9 for 68 yards. Their leading receiver was number 1. He had 4 catches for 36 yards. In the rushing department, they were 13 times for a negative 10 yards. Their leading rusher was number 21. He had 6 carries for 2 yards. They punted 4 times for an average of about 28 yards. And one of them, they muffed it, and it was a safety in the end zone. They had 3 penalties for 25 yards.
Greg, I need to check and we got a lot of fine Ezelle-Harding fans listening to us tonight. How many catches did number 18 Zane have for them? I had him with 2. He may have had more than that.
Zane had 2 catches for 21 yards.
Okay, so I was pretty close to right on that. And good young man. Both teams hitting hard. Defense was the name of the game. Safety was big.
Right.
We had both teams had kind of stalled out at 7-0 and playing between the 20s, and the bad snap. I thought we had one earlier, and their number 77. Give that young man credit for getting out of there, but I couldn't tell from the replay where his knee had the quarterback's knee already touched.
I thought it was a safety then.
Well, I almost opened my mouth too quick and said safety.
But you know,
It still worked out that way.
We wasn't down there that close, so we couldn't really tell.
Yeah, this is a angle. Greg may have had the best long-distance shot in the stadium. I had to watch the monitor. We had a good shot, but there was a whole host of Eagles around there, and Jackson Christian Eagles. And but like I said, I believe Jordan Holt, 77 for them, came out of there. Greg, anything you see that the fans might ought to look for, or a statistical trend or anything like that? Both quarterbacks have had some incompletions tonight.
Yeah, we're just going to have to come out and run an offense, and the defense is keep doing what the defense has been doing the first half. You know, they've shut them down running-wise with a negative 10 yards rushing.
Yep.
And, you know.
Give me Austin stats again, and this is thank you, whoever texts that in.
Austin had 19 attempts, 10 completions for 78 yards, and 2 TDs.
And that's probably the lowest first half total Austin's had in a while. And but a good rush now. They've got a couple, and they like to bring people off the outside some too.
That's correct, they do. Mm-hmm.
And good job, good thing. Greg, I know we've got a group from school here that's off on a trip because that's where Chase McLean is, who always does such good work. But those kids are all watching. Anything you want to say to them, or anything we need to talk about? Basketball coming up the 14th.
Yep. Well, I just want to tell them that are in D.C. to enjoy themselves and have a good time, and look forward to having y'all back Saturday or whenever y'all get back.
Yep. 24 minutes more playing time. 16-point lead can disappear. That's actually just 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions.
That's correct.
And the defense has to play. I know that Ezelle-Harding, they want to get it cranked up. Willis showed a propensity there towards the end that he found a couple of holes. Of course, we were in our prevent defense too.
We were.
And they've got a good oncoming program. I think we may see them again next year. They'll probably see us because it's 2 young teams, not dominated by seniors playing each other tonight.
That's right.
And I believe their coach, I found out, or at least that's what I was told by the school, he was actually an assistant over David Lipscomb before he came there. I thought he was at Nashville Christian.
Okay.
But now that's what I was told by the school. But he's doing a good job no matter which school he came from, and they've got a good staff. We got a great staff here. And got to see Jalen Mosley down there. Yeah. I know you've already talked to him personally, but I told the fans earlier what Darby and I talked about. He had good surgery. He came through it very good. Now all we got is to work that rehab hard.
Yep, he was in good spirits, and just he's gonna work hard at the rehab.
Yeah, I was kind of teasing him. I said, "I bet I can whip you now that you're in that wheelchair." He said, "Goes all the way, you might, but I'm gonna keep trying." And he's a fine young man. Heard from his dad tonight, TJ, the great running back out at Southside. That I bring this up every so often, but he limped his way into the end zone. He had the worst cramp you've ever seen and went 40 yards with it to beat Milan on their own home field in a playoff game. And this young man's made out of stern stuff. His mother, an outstanding person also. And I found out that one of our really great fans, and let me look back. I don't know if you know her or not, but she is moving to Kentucky. And Lotus Ahmad. Do you know Miss Lotus?
I don't believe I do.
Well, she is an outstanding lady, and I hate to see her go. We've been hearing from our athletes like Reed Cooper and Nita Thornton-White, who, David White's wife, but she used to be a great athlete out at Beach Bluff, plus her brothers Sonny and Jim, and of course Anita's nephew, Chris's son, played the basketball for us. Zane, and last year Grant Boykins watching. Reed, there's Reed again. Wesley Freeman. We got a lot of people. I got to get some of these on. But Greg, before you go, anything you want to say to the fans?
Now we just got to come back out and attack the ball and just do what we've been taught by the coaches to do.
Absolutely. There he is. He'll be back with post-game stats. One of the great human beings in this press box. There's a reason. After 35 years, school honored him last year, naming the press box for him. Greg, thank you as always.
Thank you.
Now, we've got about 4 minutes left. I want to acknowledge there's Josh and Jessica Yates again. Beautiful kick, Ryder Carver. I think I read that one. My little scroll here went backwards. David Ross says, let's go Eagles. Yes, I have. Morgan Smith, let's go Jackson Christian School. Sarah Witherspoon, Sarah, glad to have you. Shane, always good. Shane's in the stands watching us on the broadcast and the game. Lee Thomas, let's go Jackson Christian. Kevin Allen is watching. There's Lotus. Let's get this win, Eagles. And she saw a good tackle. She liked Michael Yarborough, Lena Yarborough's dad, and what a player she is in several sports. Philip Lewis, the old right-hander himself, is watching. He used to throw a knuckleball, folks. Brady McAllister Jones, what's up with the crowd? Music fans, it's dead out here. Come on, Eagles. She's trying to get them that to happen. My wife is watching. How about that? She can stand listening to me. She's a good lady. And, of course, Charlotte Rowe is watching. Morgan Smith. There's Reed again. Jimmy Wright, good to hear from you, Jimmy. And, wow, JCS, how bad do you want to win? We believe you will. Show us. Go Eagles. How about that? Kim Howerton. Brandy McAllister. And tells Miss Charlotte, we'll get going, Miss Charlotte. Brandy McAllister Jones says, no more class trips during the playoffs. Reed Cooper says the hotel is rocking. Barry Cooper pulling for the Eagles from D.C. And there's Miss Charlotte again. Way to go. Brenda Connor and Nicholas, come on Eagles. Cindy White Vincent again. Murray Cooper, get them, JCS. Love listening to you, Coach Joe. You're very kind, Murray. Lee Thomas, there's Reed again. Morgan Smith. Cindy Vincent, Charlotte Rowe, Barry's busy night. Go Jack Collins, and he has Chase McLean. Let's go, boys. And Diane Yoakum Forrest, way to go. Mary Ann Calhoun, way to keep it up. Larry Craig, way to go, Jackson Christian. Terry Rushing, Mary Pittman, Julie Braswell, Howell Waldrop, Antoine Long, one of our old players for Dexter now over at Liberty, especially for Dexter. Fine young man, helps Dexter coach a little bit. Jackie Massey. Tony Schutz, the great one himself. Love you, Tony. And let's see who else. Here's somebody that that was a misspelling or something happened in there. Hollering for DJ Sane, and he is playing good. Hamilton, my phone is messing up here. I'm watching them. Kyle Teichman and Kyle Williams both watching. Nick Beauregard, Scott Gatlin, Scott Halen Myers, Joan Bird, Paula Now, Barry Cooper again. Frank, boy, there's a lot of them. I'm going to have to cut it here with Sister McLean and Nancy Taylor Waldrop. And we got to take a timeout. Let's take about a 1-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll be close to ready for action in football.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at Humboldt Dodge Chrysler Jeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spot even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
The best thing to order is when you are sitting at soccer practice, order it through your phone while you're sitting there, and then you go and pick it up.
But you're much more of a planner than me.
I am.
And that's what I love about you.
Yes.
You know, I'm not that prepared. It's more seat in my pants.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
We are back. As you see, the Ezelle-Harding team making their appearance. Jackson Christian in the east end zone stretching and warming up. Officials will give Ezelle-Harding a minute or two to try to shake loose. Ezelle-Harding will get the football to start this half. They took a long time up there. Of course, it takes a while to get back from where they dress. And I got a feeling they're going to throw the ball a little more. They had some success with their passing. Jackson Christian will want to make adjustments. While we're waiting for and to see how the officials are going to administer what time we got left, tell you what, let's do. Let's try another 1-minute timeout, and we'll come back for football.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans. mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
New Nissans are rolling in. Over 70 new Nissans to choose from. That means special incentives. 0% financing up to 60 months. And invoice pricing, so you pay what we pay. Plus over 70 pre-owned units. Something for everyone. Certified pre-owned too. Luxury vehicles. BMW, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, and much more at Carlock Prestige. Check out all we have to offer at CarlockNissanofJackson.com. You should already be here.
And about a minute, 28 seconds in counting. Actually, it's less than that now before halftime is over. ECS to get the football. And a couple of these nice texts we've gotten. Emma Wallace says, "Go Eagles." Charlotte Rowe, Coach Joe, do you know O'Neal Henley? I know him quite well. One of the finest principals I ever worked for. A great football coach. Pretty good girls basketball coach in old six-player days. And he is true blue Northside, even though he went to Humboldt for high school. He and Thurman Reynolds, two great men. I know Bud Sykes, Johnny Williams, all those guys out there got to coach with them. Lotus says, let's get this win, Eagles. Charlotte Rowe, fly, Eagles. Steve Hamilton, my buddy from Arizona, Mr. Major League Baseball himself, and I got to tell you some stories sometimes. Steve is a great guy. And Yolanda K., Bond, Norman, Tice, great job, Jack. And Matt Wood says, "Go Eagles." Charlotte again, Lotus. We got a lot of in here is Kerry Kelly Favera and Ray posting on here. Misty Manus. And we'll try to get Tommy Covin, the great coach at Humboldt, won 2 state titles. But we're ready for Cisco to Zach, not David. David was the former councilman. This one goes deep. It's going to come up at about the 3. It's going to be a middle return. Robinson brush, and he may go all the way. One man, Zach Cisco, can slow him down. And a great return from the 3 down to about the 26. And we did not stay in our lanes, and that's what happens on kickoffs when you don't stay in your lanes. Great return by Kalen Robinson, wears number 3. He is a senior. Kick came down on the 3, and he returned it. And they're going to put it down on the 28, so a nice return. Donnell comes to the right. Cannot see who's in the slot. There is a slot man. 2 men in the backfield now. There is a flag, and I got a feeling it's on the wide out. And it is. Motion, another penalty. That'll back them up 5 and make it 1st and 15 from the 33, they being Ezelle-Harding. Willis Frazier at quarterback. He was 9 for 16 for 68 yards in the first half. You were going to have a little crossing or crossbuck type action out of the backfield there. This is a spread formation they're in. They will go multiple formations. Got Robinson a single wide out to the left. He is single cover, 2 high safety right now. They X lead up in there. There'll be a gain. It'll be maybe 3. We'll see. And a host of Jackson Christian Eagles there on the tackle. Walker there to get up. And I did not see who else, but I saw Walker, one of the men, and pickup of only 2, so I was wrong. Second and 13, ball on the 31. McKnight in the backfield, along with Wilson. It's a pass play, max protection. Quarterback gets outside, wants to throw the football. It's picked off. And down the side, Trent Carrier. One man has a chance. Another one, and oh, man, now there And it is going to go all the way, and I hope we got a replay because I didn't pick up where he intercepted. A big play by a big play man, number 22, Trent Carrier. You get to see the interception again. Sprints out of the pocket. Watch Willis Frazier. He throws, and that one is picked off right on the 25, a 75-yard touchdown. 75 yards on the TD. Trent Carrier. On for the extra point is Zach Cisco. And that is a big, big play right there because the game was just a 2-touchdown game. Now it's 3 scores. The kick is up. The kick looks no good. And that one, so it remains 22-0. And let's take a 30-second timeout with Jackson Christian leading on the Jackson Christian Network.
Psst, buddy, I'm not feeling too good after all this summer heat.
Yeah, me either. I think I'm about to blow a coil.
Let McCoy's Heating and Air give your unit a little TLC. Maintenance is the key to staying worry-free. Right now, schedule a one-time cleaning for only $90. Call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com.
McCoy's got us in great shape, unlike that guy.
Jackson's most trusted team of technicians. York and McCoy's Heating and Air.
We are back after that stirring interception by Trent Carrier. He took it back approximately 75 yards. Jackson Christian leading 22-0. 10:48 to go in the third quarter. We'll see if we can pick up who is deep for. See Robinson coming up to, well, he's going to back up now to about the 5, may go back to the 4. It may be Sane on the other side. Let's see if they directional, pooch kick, or squib it. Here's Cisco approaching the football. And it took the bounce, and good job there by the receiver, number 16. That is Phillip Snow, a sophomore tight end. He fell on it. It wasn't the normal onside kick. That one only took one hop. You want to make it hop twice. If you kick one like that. That was more of the squib variety. And I need to get my stats correct. I had them right. This one is on the 41, 1st and 10. 3-down lineman Kai White may be coming, and he sees the ball carrier. But the ball carrier's not going to get to him. Cedric hit him. He bounced off Cedric a little bit. Kai White helped finish him off, and there was one other young man in there. And a loss of 1 on that one. Makes it 2nd and 11. McKnight going out. He took a pretty good hit then. Good legal hit. See, Wilson still in the backfield. Noah Wilson wearing number 2. And this may be number 6 coming in, Abraham Wilson. So you got the Wilson boys back there along with Frazier. And they run we used to call that the lead, fullback lead, but it's not out of the eye. And again, a host of Eagles. See Walker over there, but there's 2 men that I will never get to see because there's some big linemen blocking me out that was there. Easton Jones may have been one of them. And pickup of about 4.5. By Wilson. Makes it 3rd and 7. Ball's on the 44. The nose of it just touching the 44. Wide side of the field is to the right of the Ezelle-Harding formation where they'll bring Robinson. Sane will be in that slot. Now you got a tight end and a flanker to the far side. One back, they'll send the flanker in motion. It's a version of the jet sweep. He wants to load up and throw, and he throws it, but it was intended for 18, but 18 was not expecting it. I will defend Demetrius Sane, and it's incomplete. So it is a punting situation on 4th and 7. And let's see, they bring number 19 out. That's Catalan, Angel Catalan, a punter. And he also can kick off. Now he's going to go. Now, they're using a spread type where you can get pretty good coverage. A lot depends on those three men in the wall. One opens up on kind of like in basketball, they call it the swinging gate. But you can also get your punt rush, too. And if this one, the knuckleball, and Jones wisely gets away from it, it'll roll inside the 10 down to maybe the 4. And a young man trying to get that air pressure to make it move. Now, Jackson Christian's running game has been a little, I won't say suspect, but not up to par like it usually is. And this is one of those areas where you want to drive the football out of there if you're a Jackson Christian fan with the run. See David Perkins and Lucy Munoz, go Eagles. Jim Roberts, go Eagles. John M. Robinson II, go Eagles. Keep it up. Chase McLean again. Greg Armour's stats sound sweet. It's 1st and 10 from the 4. Handoff in the end zone. It's Deuce Lawrence holding on to that football, and what they want to do is, they being Ezelle-Harding, stand him up, then start ripping at the football. He can hold it. He's got strong forearms and stuff, but you start in the end zone, he's going to pick up about 8. Deuce has 10 carries, 63 yards. Appreciate and Chase does such a great job with spotting charts and things like that, but he's helping the young people out. Kelly sprinting. He's chased. He's got to get the angle to get away, and he will throw it. Did he catch it in bounds? The official says yes. Daniel Green, the big tight end, the UTC commit, gets a great catch. 11 for 20. And about a 17-yard pickup for Green. It's a first down, our 6th one of the night. Not many first downs in this game. Got to get that defensive end blocked a little better, but Deuce Lawrence and that blocker still made it pretty good. He's run out of bounds at about the 42. Pickup of 17 and another first down. Deuce now at 80 yards on 11 carries, and we go no huddle. They give to Deuce trying the right side, and this time good penetration by number 55 for them. For Ezelle-Harding, 55 is Elijah Walker, the junior lineman. Deuce will come out. Easton Jones will come in. 12 carries back to 79 yards as we lose one officially. 2nd and 11 from the 40 of Jackson Christian School. It's 22-0, but the game is much closer and has been much closer. That was 7-0 at the end of one quarter of play. Here's the snap. They pull the guard. Here's Easton Jones, makes the cut. Gets good yardage. He's going to be close, and did he spin enough? It looks like it. As Abraham Wilson wrestled him down, it is another first down, 9 for the Eagles. And a 10-yard pickup, 4 carries, 19 yards. Not quite a 5-yard average yet for Easton, who's capable of bursting one at any time. Collins, Trent Carrier, got 2 wideouts to each side. Here's the quick, and they do a good job. They have read this, and DeMoss is going to lose a little yardage. He'll lose half yard. And Ezelle-Harding's done a good job of scouting this out. But if that first man misses, and that's what you're trying to do, is make that first man miss. You block as many as you can. That first man, you runner pulling the guard, but cutting it back. Deuce carried it like a loaf of bread, and he is a very, very fortunate young man. You cannot carry it when you get to that territory. You've got to have a better grip on it than that. It's another first down. And you just can't carry it like a loaf of bread. 91 yards on 13 carries. Collins on the line. Carrier and Rowland. And Rowland will go in motion. He's going to get it on the jet sweep to the short side. He's got one man. His guard actually gets in his way. Good yardage there. And gets across and down to about the 20-yard line. And here comes Blake Rowland. Watch the guards out in front of him. Watch the block by Green. And another first down, the 11th one. Rowland with good yardage then. Man in motion. Fake to Easton Jones. There's the spot up. And unfortunately, Jack had it, dropped it. May have tried to run a little early with it. The left-hander Jack throws it back to the officials. But that's okay. He'll catch the next one because he's a determined young man. Three down linemen. They've got a linebacker that will check run, and they've got to get him blocked. They didn't. We missed the block then, and Lawrence still gets across the 20. So it brings up third and about 7. Deuce Lawrence, 14 carries, 94 yards unofficially. Rowland and Carrier and Collins go to the right of the formation in trips. Green, the tight end, to the left. Let's see if they're looking for Green's blocking, but that one is going to be incomplete. Here comes, we're going to get a replay. We may. Crow has been great with that. If we don't, it's okay because we're liable to go quick. Can't have as many replays when you run the quick offense like we do. Looking to the sideline are the Eagles. They'll go against that three-man front with a stand-up linebacker. Kelly, the quarterback. Lawrence in the backfield. This time the man goes behind, sprinting. And we did not catch that. It was thrown low. And we'll turn the ball over on downs. 12 for 24 now for Austin Kelly. And it goes over on down, so the Eagles of Ezelle-Harding have held a good defensive stand for them, and they'll get the ball on their own 17. First and 10. Willis Frazier coming out as the quarterback. McKnight back in there, wearing 21. Donna Skelly Carden says, "Go Eagles." Linda Vaughn watching, and says Jim and Linda are there. Here we go. First and 10 for the Eagles. Empty backfield. And now Ezelle-Harding wants a timeout. They take a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout with Jackson Christian leading 22-0.
I will be the greatest, greatest, greatest. 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 I will be
We are back. It'll be Ezelle-Harding's football, first and 10 on their own 17. We'll see if we can get you a few scores. And I don't think we want that particular week's scores. It has jumped back a week or so. Here's Ezelle-Harding coming out with an empty backfield. 4 receivers to one side. Now they send a man in motion. The tackle is ineligible. He didn't report. They had a screen going out there. Robinson gets back to the line of scrimmage and maybe one more. And the pass was complete to him. Robinson actually made 2 out of it, so it's 2nd and 8.
11th grader Morgan Smith and 12th grader Addie Taylor. Give these young ladies a big hand. Tell them thank you when you see them.
2nd and 8, wide side with a single receiver. They go again to the quick screen, and it's blown dead because it's incomplete. 9 for 19 passing for Frazier Willis. or Willis Frazier, pardon me. It's 3rd and 8. And you hear the bell toll again. Not many scores. Westview 14-9 over Bolton at halftime. Germantown up on West Creek 34-0. Those are in the public school division. Millington beating Crockett County 24-14 in its 3rd and 8 here with the trips. The 3 receivers coming to the right. 1 man in the backfield with Willis Frazier. Spring right, throwing, and it hit the ground. A nice effort diving there by number 1, Elijah Donnell. It's incomplete. And it is a punting situation, not where you want to turn the ball over in this territory. Sheffield leading Ripley at halftime 8-6. Now Friendship Christian is beating Fayette Academy 28-0, but that's probably no surprise to anybody. Knox Catholic is a final. They beat Father Ryan 37-14. Knox Webb beat ECS tonight 34-7. No score on the Nashville Christian Providence game. Here's the punt. The left-footed punter puts it into the air. Caught, fair catch at the 45-yard line by Easton Jones, and that's where Jackson Christian will take over. On their own 45, leading 22-0, 4:26 mark. DCA at halftime was leading Mount Juliet Christian 49-0. Lausanne 21, BGA 7 in that contest, and that's gone into the 4th quarter. North Point Christian is beating Pope John Paul II 42-10. Of course, they've got that great quarterback. Lakeway Christian leading USJ 21-20 at halftime. Cranking the javelin up and a little rooster fighting in this. I don't know which one. I'd probably call offensive pass interference on our receiver. It was good, and when I say rooster fighting, I'm not talking about fighting. Bump, push, and it depends on your perspective where you see that. They're going to call it on ECS, and that one could have gone either way. I will not even attempt to say they were wrong on that one. He had the best angle on it. I did not have a good angle on it. And, the funny thing is Coach T, that's who I was checking this time, they don't even have our score up. It's 1st and 10. There's Deuce Lawrence into that A gap for more yardage. Ball on the 40 of Ezelle-Harding. Again with the no-huddle offense and an H-back, 1 running back. Quick look into DeMoss. He breaks 1 tackle but can't break the second one. Nice tackle there by number 6. And that's Abraham Wilson, the sophomore running back and linebacker, who also will rush you from that position. A little press coverage here on DeMoss to Lawrence. He's over the right side. They're going to yank at that football. He goes down at about the 26, but it's another first down and a gain of 7. Unofficially 101 yards. 13 first downs for the Eagles, and they go back to work again. You won't see any replays. Ezelle-Harding almost jumped. Plays being signaled in by several of the coaches. You get several looks. They're going to throw out here a 1-man screen. And Jack Collins motoring. Did you see those feet? Look like Houston McTeer, the old sprinter from Auburn then. And that was complete, and it should be another first down, 13 for 25. And that should be the 4th catch. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th catch. 5th catch for Jack Collins. That's the reason we get Greg Armour in here with the official stats. DeMoss in the slot. Collins left. Strength of the formation shifts to the left. Running back goes to the right. Pull the guards. Looks like a student body left. Bouncing off. Deuce looked like he's in a pinball machine. Gets down to the 5-yard line. It'll be close to a first down. He may have it. See what the officials say. It is short by 1 yard, so a nice 9-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 1. The ball is on the 6. Obviously, Jackson Christian cannot get a first down. Ezelle-Harding wants the goal line stand. They come closer. There's about 8 men in that box, or 7 for sure. Here's Lawrence trying the left side. Gets a good block. Nash and Neubauer, and a good spin by Deuce Lawrence. Are they saying his knee touched the ground short? So a 5-yard pickup. It is first and goal from the 1. Interesting call. Just like I couldn't tell who the interference was on a while ago. Now it looks like DeMoss is coming wide to the left. Collins and Carrier to the right. Green is the H-back this time. Lawrence tries the left side and he steps into the end zone, gets tackled after he gets in there. So a 1-yard touchdown at the 142 mark. 1 yard by Lawrence. And Cisco will come on, or will they go for 2 since they missed the last field goal? It's 28-0. It's a 4-score game. They really want to make it where it is definitely a 4-point or 4-score game. And if you went for 2 every time with the score, there's the look in. Green true to the mark. Two-point PAT, and it is 30-0. Daniel Green gets that reception. We'll take a timeout in the third quarter on the Jackson Christian Network of 30 seconds with the Eagles of Jackson Christian leading.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
We are back with Zach Cisco teeing up the football. And I appreciate the fans being patient with me, fighting a little sinus infection tonight. Here's Cisco approaching the football. This one more, it's not a squib. It hits, bounces right up to the receiver. He gets a head of steam up, and again, there's that hole that you could drive a Mack truck through, and I don't know if Zach can run him down and head him off, but a nice tackle by Zach Cisco, and he kind of landed hard, but watch the hole that developed. Somebody's out of their lane on coverage. See the hole, and I don't have a telestrator with me. And there was a little holding that got away with. Somebody was holding Goff on that one. And a nice run. Kalen Robinson is so quick. .58 seconds, Jackson Christian territory for Ezelle-Harding. They are on the 19 of Jackson Christian, 1st and 10. Tight slot formation here to the right side, but they're going with Wilson, the running back. Playing off of it is Craig. He makes the solo tackle. They may give an assist to Kai White, but Craig played off his block, kept his outside arm free, proper technique. Jackson Christian will decline the penalty on that one. 39 seconds, and the clock starts again. Willis Frazier comes over to get a play. They've got 29 seconds. Get at least one, maybe 2 plays off here. It is 2nd and 11. Ball on the 20 now, contrary to what the clock says if you're in the stands watching, or if we show the big clock. Here's the snap. Frazier sprints right, under pressure, and it's thrown just a little wide of a diving for it, giving a great effort. Lorenzo Hawkins, who's a senior, And that is the end of 3 quarters of play. Jackson Christian 30, Ezelle-Harding nothing. Let's take a 1-minute timeout.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
The Ballgame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports.
The Jackson Rockabillys, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCA, JCS, and Peabody.
Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers.
Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. Ballgame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
We are back. There are 12 minutes left in one of these teams' season. Jackson Christian, obviously, with a 30-0 lead, has a better shot at getting to that point of winning, but there's still 12 minutes. I have seen over a long career crazier things happen. Ball's on the 20 of Jackson Christian. Ezelle-Harding threatening. Here's Frazier looking, crossing underneath Sane, and 2 men. Carrier the first to hit him. Looks like Craig was out there to help. Pass was complete. 10 for 21 for Willis. And Sane having a big night. 4th down and 4. The ball's on the 13. Ezelle-Harding can get the first down. They'd love to have the touchdown, but they don't have to get it on this play. They just have to get a first down. It's like man coverage. 1 high, maybe a 2 high safety situation. The Eagle of Jackson Christians comes this way. Here's the rush hard off the corner. The pass complete. Will he make the first? Oh, nice move by Sane. He gets knocked out of bounds by Easton Jones and Mason Vaughn. But all that does is stop, and you'll see a touchdown being scored. The rush a little late getting there, but they were coming hard. Nice move by Sane. First down, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And I look for McKnight to carry this one. They've got number 9 in the backfield. That is Terrace Smith, the sophomore. We have not seen him. Now, the way they're going to block, it's going to be Terrace Smith try this one. It's a Wildcat. He's going to go straight up the middle. Did he make it? Did he play? He plunged the line. Did he get that headgear and football into the end zone? He did get it in there. 10-18 to go. Terrace Smith. Officiating has changed some, and I think we need to work on mechanics letting the fans know. 30-6. Holding is Frazier. The kick is up. It looks good. It is good. It is 30-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Jackson Christian Network.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
We are back, and I'm sure the Good Hands team will come out here looking for the onside kick. This is what's in store. If you're going to come back, you kick it deep, and Jackson Christian feels it. We don't know whether they'll use the 2-hopper, whether they'll use the line drive and try to bounce it off somebody. There are 10 men within 10 yards of the 50. The ball has to travel 10 yards. Now the kicker is the fine senior kicker, Ryder Carver. And he can do a lot of things with that football right now. Let's see what he's trying. He's going to try to get the hop and make it hop over your head. And there may have been an offside or something. I heard whistles blow before the play was even completed. Jackson Christian got it, and they just soon have the football where they've got it. And that's what's going to happen. Now the officials will come over here. Jackson Christian will get the football on their own 47. They will converse. Now they come to talk to the white hat or the referee. Offsides. It is the proper call, but this is one National Federation you fool with so many other things. Let's see if we can do something. Should have been left alone. Play right there, but they had blown that whistle, and it's not an inadvertent whistle, but that's how you get people hurt. And shame on the National Federation and the head of the Rules Committee, who just happens to be from Tennessee. Be moved back to the 35, and really the advantage is Ezelle-Harding. They get to try it again. Easton Jones, the only man deep, and just in case he tries to drive one. Now, I've also seen the fair catch type where it goes up in the air. No. Now, that one is not going to go 10 yards. Jackson Christian should take it where it goes out of bounds. They'll throw the flag, and there is not a re-kick. These guys call for a re-kick. I may be the rocket headed towards Mars. Thank you, gentlemen, for administering this one right. And Jackson Christian comes out of it with some advantage. They're further into Ezelle-Harding territory at the 37. Maybe the 38. We'll see what they make it officially. Man in motion is DeMoss. He's going to get a toss, and we did not get one man block. Nice stiff arm down the sideline goes DeMoss. He's pushed out of bounds by number 2, Noah Wilson. A nice pickup. And we'll see where they place that football. DeMoss starting to run the football and look like his old self. It's 1st and 10 for the Eagles. I've got them with 13 first downs, but my stats are unofficial. Again, the same play to the opposite, but they hand back to Deuce Lawrence. They make it look like one play, run another. Tackle down close to the 15. Be a 6-yard pickup for Deuce Lawrence, as unofficially I have him at 122 yards. We'll get the official stats from Greg Armour. 9:41 and counting. Collins and DeMoss. Carrier a wing back. They'll send DeMoss in motion. They give to him on the jet sweep. Needs one block. He bounces it outside. He'll get good yardage. He'll get close. Did he knock the pylons down? Yes, he did. DeMoss 15 yards for a touchdown. Great run at the 9:23 mark. It's 36-7. All important extra point coming here. Hudson Green to snap. Austin Kelly to hold. Zach Cisco to attempt the extra point. Snap a little high, but they get it down. It gets up. It's good. It's 37-7. And we will be back after this timeout on the Jackson Christian Network.
Psst, buddy, I'm not feeling too good after all this summer heat.
Yeah, me either. I think I'm about to blow a coil.
Let McCoy's Heating and Air give your unit a little TLC. Maintenance is the key to staying worry-free. Right now, schedule a one-time cleaning for only $90. Call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com.
McCoy's got us in great shape, unlike that guy.
Jackson's most trusted team of technicians. York and McCoy's Heating and Air.
And we are back. Some great comments on the Facebook page, and the young men, they go back and watch them. The Lowrys, the Rose, the Vincents, the Hamiltons, the Smiths, and the Thomases have all made very nice comments about go blue, go finish strong. Annette King Lowry, let's go Ezelle-Harding. And your team has played hard. Now, little pooch kick up in the air. Wilson has it. Looking for some blocking, and then Jackson Christian filters in. I believe that was Smith that made the tackle then. Eli Smith, I was right. Eli does a good job on that and covered well. Ball is on the 43. Willis Frazier brings his team out. Clock running, trips right, one single receiver to the left. They're going to throw the two-man screen out there. They make one block. They catch it and get about 4, maybe 5 yards. It was a 4-yard pickup, makes it 2nd and 6. Ball at the 47. 2 receivers to each side. Willis sprints right, looks, throws one a little too high for the intended receiver. Robinson covered there by Mason Vaughn. $12 for 24 for Willis, bringing up 3rd down. Starting getting close to time where 4-down territory becomes almost anywhere on the field. Donnell comes to the right. Here's the block stepping up. Willis looking as he hustles down the field. Shoots it down, good completion. And there's Sane again, tackled by a host of tacklers. And he's driven back. Collins, Easton Jones, Kai White, Craig in the same area code, but the 1st down. 13 for 25. And Sane with another catch. Demetrius Sane, he's a junior. He'll be back next year. They send Donnell, Sane to the right, one other receiver. Willis 3 steps back. He stepped up, but Caleb Newsom and Eli Craig had hold of him, drops him for a big loss at the 6:26 and counting mark. Caleb, of course, the dog end is what they call him, the dog defensive end, dog tackle. He was the dog linebacker last year, and that's a term of honor. And as 3 Dog Night said, Eli's coming, that being Eli Craig. Here's Willis getting the football, steps back, cranks the javelin up, throws underneath. That is to Robinson. He's driven out at about the original line of scrimmage, so a pickup. 14 for 26 now. Robinson with another catch, and it is 3rd and 10. And we'll see if we can pick up maybe they got some updates on some of these scores. 42-18 North Point Christian, and we played North Point early in the year. SJ is taking a lead over Lakeaway Christian, 34-21, with about 5 minutes to go in that game. Our good friend Steve Beverly calling that one for Worthy Road Studios. Donnell at the bottom, are they looking for him deep? Sane runs out of there, but the Jackson Christian line plus Brother Walker, who's part of the line, they said let's all meet at the quarterback, and they did for another loss. Brings up 4th down, and this one doesn't quite qualify for the $2 cab ride, but it will be 4th and about 16. The clock says 15. I disagree with them. That's more than 5. It's either 15 and a half or 16 yards. Possession down now for Ezelle-Harding. Donnell, Sane, and Robinson, all three to the same side. One receiver, and it may be number 12 to the left. Low snap. Willis cranks it up, throws it, and it's over the head of the intended receiver, and that was number 12 over there, Lorenzo Hawkins. The ball will go over on downs. Jackson Christian gets it 4:05 and the clock running. It's a 30-point lead. Both teams have played so hard. This is where, you get down, one team has to go home, and that's the way American sports are. We learn to win, we learn to lose, but it's a shame. And the young men from Ezelle-Harding have advanced the cause of the school from the days of 8-man football. Jackson Christian has had several good years here in a row, missing Jalen Mosley, the All-Stater, who's got a year. He'll be back next year. They faked and what a great catch by Green. I mean, he got sawed in half by a good tackle by number 8, and that is Garrett Copeland. But Green with a great catch and another Jackson Christian first down. And, Coach, you marked it on the wrong side. Sometimes helps to have that color man in here. Daniel Green with another catch. His last catch was a 2-point conversion, handed to Deuce Lawrence. Wrapping that football up, he hit hard, and so did the tackler, who was Robinson for Ezelle-Harding. And I guarantee you, these young men for both teams, they have not quit yet. 20 carries, unofficially 126 yards. Good job by the Jackson Christian offensive line tonight. They give the football and hand off. And unfortunately, some of the fans wanted Trent Carrier carrying the football. He'll get a couple of tough yards there. 1:57. The clock will not be arrested unless it goes way out of bounds. There's an injury or a timeout. And now there is going to be encroachment. It'll be another first down for Jackson Christian, unofficially 17 of those. And again, Kim Howerton, Barry Cooper, Marianne Calhoun, all cheering for the Eagles. Larry Craig, great show, Coach O. You're very kind, Larry. Wesley Groves in Nolensville watching. Thank you for watching, Wesley. Alexandra Miller. Eagles huddling up. Clock at 1:08 and counting. They'll watch the play clock and try to wait till there's no more than 5 seconds left in this. They could even get it down to 2. Wisely, Austin Kelly takes a knee. There'll have to be at least one more snap of the football. Tacker Nash, the great linebacker, number 58 himself. And, folks, I haven't given enough credit tonight to Waldrop, Smith, Gay, Neubauer, and Tristan Nash, Tacker's middle brother, I guess you'd say. Max's great job by the offensive line for the most part tonight. Again, victory formation, 30 seconds. This will be the last snap of the football. Kelly will take the knee. The clock will run out. Jackson Christian will win this one 37-7. They will advance on to play at Columbia next week. Columbia got the bye from the Middle Tennessee region. At game time will be 7 o'clock. We will inform you. Now, we may have to just broadcast. We'll tape it, and you can watch it later. We'll broadcast live like it's a radio broadcast on the Facebook, and we will be able to tape it and hold that game, and you'll see it. So you'll want to stay with the Jackson Christian Facebook next week. Don't waste your money on the $11.99 of the National Federation. What we're going to do, while there's some good sportsmanship by two well-coached, two hard-hitting teams being shown there, we're going to take at least a 3-minute timeout and get the man with the plan, the Tower of Power, Greg Armour, back over here for some stats. Let's take that timeout after a Jackson Christian win.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in team sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your team sports. You can email or call us for all your team sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
The best thing to order is when you are sitting at soccer practice, order it through your phone while you're sitting there, and then you go and pick it up.
But you're much more of a planner than me.
I am.
And that's what I love about you.
Yes.
You know, I'm not that prepared. It's more seat in my pants.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Had an accident and in need of repairs? If you're being towed, make sure the driver knows where to take it. David White Body Shop to expedite the repair process. David White Body Shop has been in business over 42 years. They have factory-trained certified technicians, and they are a direct repair shop for most insurance companies. They make sure your vehicle is repaired to manufacturer's recommendations. Always insist on the professionals at David White Body Shop. Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases, there's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today, direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000.
This is Lee Johnson.
And this is Jason Lockridge from Southern Capital Advisors.
We're thankful for the Jackson Christian family and are honored to help lay a foundation that will build our community for years to come.
Welcome to Southern Capitol Field, and go Eagles.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
We are back. Jackson Christian beats Ezelle-Harding 37-30, or I'm sorry, 37-7. I was looking at some other scores, and two well-coached ball clubs, both winning but building. Ezelle-Harding was just a couple of years ago playing 8-man football. You've got a good coach and coaching staff. Folks, turn out from Ezelle-Harding. Go pat these young men on the back. They played hard. Jackson Christian young men, well coached also. They played hard, made some breaks for themselves. I'll give you a shocker score for West Tennessee fans. Right now, Peabody, starting in the fourth quarter, is leading Loretto, who's undefeated, 28-24. I want to thank the Thomases, Northside trailing Marshall County 23-18. And I'm getting a later score that says Marshall County has pushed it out, but they didn't put what they're pushing it out to. Milan beat Lewis County 40-6. And the scoreboard trying to jump on me a little bit. We want to get you some of these scores before Greg Armour gets here. Pearl Cohen was beating the stuffing out of Lexington. We do not have a final, 42-0. Now, not Columbia Academy, but Columbia, the public high school, 15-14, 1 point lead over Centennial, but there's still 11 minutes going. Decatur County, Parsons, Riverside, whatever you want to call it, Riverside, 50. Mount Pleasant, 8, and Mount Pleasant is a pretty good ball club. White House leading Hardin County, 22-21 in the fourth quarter. Huntington beat the stew out of Waverly 62-0. McKenzie a winner over Cornersville 31-14. No score on that Eagleville-West Carroll game, and a lot of people were wanting to know about that one. Covington has beaten Hamilton 70-6, and West Carroll got beat 37-6 by Eagleville. And Eagleville's a pretty darn good football team. And we appreciate our great crew helping us out on that. Haywood 44-0 over Kirby. Dyersburg beat Memphis East 56-20, and we hope their coach is doing okay. He got hurt a couple of weeks ago and has missed some time from an injury. 35-14, Henry County beats Memphis Central. Union City, shame on what they did, 62-6 no, not shame on them, but 62-6 over Westwood. Hadn't gotten an update. We know Germantown won 47-0. Houston over Dixon County 47-0. Melrose beat the stuffing out of O'Bauer was at halftime 31-0. Crockett County trailing by 10 late in the third quarter, maybe in the fourth now. Ripley a winner over Sheffield. Good Pasture, for you Middle Tennessee fans, lost to Boyd Buchanan 49-20. That's Division 2A state playoff. Friendship Christian was leading 28-0, and the scoreboard has not updated over Fayette Academy, but I'm sure they won that one. Knox Webb beat Evangelical Christian out of Memphis 34-7. CAK lost to CPA 42-6. Davison Academy 35, Chattanooga Christian 13. DCA at halftime was leading 49-0 over Mount Juliet Christian. It did not update any. Lausanne in the fourth quarter beating BGA 27-7. Fourth quarter score, not a final. North Point Christian 42, Pope John Paul II 18, and a final USJ wins 34-21 over Lakeway Christian. We're going to take a quick 2-minute timeout. When we come back, hopefully we'll have Greg Armour for final stats.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases, there's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today, direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000.
New Nissans are rolling in. Over 70 new Nissans to choose from. That means special incentives. 0% financing up to 60 months. And invoice pricing, so you pay what we pay. Plus over 70 pre-owned units. something for everyone. Certified pre-owned too, luxury vehicles, BMW, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, and much more at Carlock Prestige. Check out all we have to offer at CarlockNissanofJackson.com. You should already be here.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we are back. Greg and I were discussing a few things. Let me hit a couple of names, and then you're going to get final stats from the one and only Greg Armour. David Helton, Larry Craig, thank you for the comments. And the Thomases gave us that north side score. Marshall County, we found out, is pushing it out past that. But Ann Metz and Nana is watching. Nancy Taylor Waldrop, Charlotte Rowe again, Barry Cooper, Larry Craig, Carol Thomas, all of these. Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence himself, one of the greatest athletes in Jackson history, yes, and a great supporter of Jackson Christian. Larry Craig, of course, he and Charlotte Rowe are always there. Lotus, we're going to miss you moving off, but you can still watch us in basketball too. Misty Sharp, Julie Braswell, Peggy Weaver, and Carol Thomas, and, of course, Patricia Wilkinson Moyers, and I agree with all y'all. Congratulations. Good job. And my wife sends one. Peggy Milam is watching. All right. And Will Cisco, Will the Thrill Cisco, that used to be a wideout and played basketball and all kinds of stuff. And some fun names to hear there. Well, it's time for the final stats, the official final stats from Greg Armour. Of course, he will even go and double-check himself with the coaches on the film and things, but here is what you need to know about this contest.
All right, for Jackson Christian, we had 16 first downs. In the passing department, Austin Kelly, 28 attempts, 16 completions, 122 yards, and 2 TDs. Receiving, Jack Collins had 4 receptions for 52 yards and 1 TD. Daniel Green had 3 catches for 27 yards. Trent Carrier had 1 catch for 17 yards and 1 TD. Elijah DeMoss had 6 catches for 18 yards. In the rushing department, we rushed 34 times for 202 yards. Deuce Lawrence, leading rusher, had 21 carries for 128 yards and 1 TD. Easton Jones had 4 carries for 21 yards. Austin Kelly had 2 for 8. Blake Rowland had 2 for 15. Elijah DeMoss had 3 carries for 31 yards and 1 TD. We punted the ball twice for an average of 44 yards. We had 2 penalties for 10 yards. All right, for Ezelle-Harding, they had 5 first downs. Passing department, they passed the ball 29 times, completed 15 of them for 107 yards. Their leading receiver was number 18. He had 6 for 52. And number 1 had 4 for 36. In the rushing department, they rushed 20 times for a negative 15 yards. So they had 92 yards total offense. They punted the ball 6 times for an average of 28 yards. They had 6 penalties for 50 yards. Our total offense was 324 yards, 202 in the air, 122 on the ground, 324 yards.
Good outing, especially that second half. Things picked up after the safety, Greg.
Yes.
Offensive line, Nash, Neubauer, Gay, Smith, and Waldrop really started functioning, the pulling guards. We missed some blocks in the first half.
We did.
And the defense continued. The only thing they did wrong last week is we left them on the field too long. You know, those kids were tired, and they gave us everything they had last week. Felt like the defense gave us everything they had again this week.
They did, and, the defense second half, we got penetration in the backfield and got, Caleb Newsom got some sacks in the backfield, and so did Cedric. Cedric had a good outing.
Well, Cedric's all over the place lately.
Yep.
He worked hard, lost some weight, got on the weightlifting board.
That's right.
And his wind is better. He's playing longer minutes in the area. And understand that I know of one school in Oklahoma that's looking at him. And he's not the only one. Now, some of the good news is we got kids like Kelly and Deuce, Blake Rowland. They're back next year.
That's correct.
And I know Tristan Nash is back next year. And we lose both our guards, and they've been good pulling guards. And Eli will be gone. Now, I need to look at my chart. I should know whether Waldrop's a senior or not. I think he's a junior, isn't he? Don't hold me to it. Let me look at my chart. Yeah, Hunter Waldrop, 5'11", 190 junior.
That's correct. Yes.
And so he will be back. We got Gavin Walker. A lot of people don't know this, but Gavin can play tight end just like Daniel Green does.
Yep, Gavin's a good player.
We lose some of our receiving core, but James Dyer, who plays he wears 25, he'll be back. Carlos Robertson, he's just sophomore.
That's
number 4. And, of course, Blake Rowland will be back. Jalen will be back. He's just got to rehab that patella tendon.
That's right.
And defense, check this out. Eli Craig, a junior. Kai White, a junior. Brooks Goff, a junior. In the Eagle position, Easton Jones, a junior. And strong safety, Blake Rowland, a junior. Mason Vaughn, free safety, a sophomore. And Robertson, who got Carlos, will be back, even though Jack played the bulk of minutes. And that big defensive end, Gavin Walker, who has fun playing, he'll be back.
He does.
That's a good crew. Greg, any thoughts on this contest?
Well, the second half we come out and defensive wise we had the line of scrimmage and other than that couple of kicks and kickoffs. And I have to say that Zach Cisco had 2 good tackles, and he kept 2 touchdowns really from going on the board.
He really did. The only thing I can say, the coaches and fans have already heard me say this, I am afraid that somebody's going to be talked to nicely and taught about getting out of your lane. We had a hole. Somebody wasn't in their lane. I'm not going to call names or anything, but that's what coaches do. Coaches are teachers of athletics.
That's right.
They correct mistakes. Right. And it's like a math problem. You teach a young man how to do the math problem right, or a young lady in class. You come to the football field, there's your classroom, and we teach them how to stay in the lane and stuff. Got a big one, though, next week.
Next week, Coach, we go to Columbia Academy.
Yep,
we've been up there before.
Yeah, that was the infamous rainout game.
Well, that was a lightning game.
Yeah. And it lightened, it rained, and we didn't leave all of us till, 12, a little after 12?
We left a little bit, but it was a little bit after 12 by the time we left.
It was an interesting night. You guys got to come home and sleep after that. I had to get up and do the radio show the next morning, but that's okay. If we go up there and we can win, I'll do the radio show with less sleep than I got last year, if that's the case. We will be carrying this game, but I think the first way we have to carry it is we cannot show you the action live, but I can call it just like a radio game. And then later, I believe the provisions are, and I don't know what the time frame, we can show the game, not live, but you can see the action with the voice and everything. And Paul Schultz will get that rigged up. We've been up there before. And matter of fact, I think you operated in that same press. I guess we'll be in the old press box again.
Right, we will be in the old press box. Correct.
And it's one of those deals that it works out. We'll be giving you more information. There will be a Jackson Christian Eagles show Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, Hub City Deli. And, Greg, just for a minute, I think the young coaching staff is doing a good job at Ezelle-Harding, and some of their fans are listening. And bear with them, and I really want the Ezelle-Harding fans to go out and meet this club when they get home. Say something nice. Pat these kids on the back. They've come from 8-man football several years ago. They're getting better. Our fans have already heard from me, and I've told them, when you see our kids, pat them on the back. These kids, they put themselves on the line for you and your entertainment every Friday night. And, they could be playing video games. They could be getting into trouble doing all kinds of other things. But they choose to work hard, put in extra time, and they still have to make good grades. Both these schools are good schools of academia. And I know, especially at Jackson Christian, you don't pass. I'm not talking about just make a 79D or a 76D, whatever. You better have better grades than that, or you're not going to play any football, basketball, ping pong, ice hockey, or anything else that we play. And quick final thought, and then I'm going to wrap this contest up.
No, we just want to invite everybody, if you can't come to the game next week, listen to the play-by-play by Joe, and then catch the replay later on that night. But we'd like for all the fans to come out and support us up at Columbia Academy.
And if Tommy McLean not working, I may load him in my car and tell him you got to go with me. Folks, it's been a great night. It started slow. It was a white knuckler at times. It was a slobber knocker. 7-0 at the end of one quarter of play. But the Jackson Christian Eagles, we had two sets of Eagles playing tonight, came through. And I want to thank first of all, the ADs and the coaches, especially the two coaches. They were very good about providing information and stuff. Now, there's a book that's put out, and what caused the conflict on some of the numbers, that book that we have at our concession stand, and just about all the Division II schools are in it, had some wrong numbers for Ezelle-Harding. Thank goodness that Coach Stewart sent me the roster he sent me. And then there was a couple of them that it threw me for a loop when they warmed up, and they had the dark shirts, warm-up jerseys, whatever, and they went and changed, and then everybody was in the right number. And I know now, just get nice information like how long a school's been in existence from that book, because its numbers are like Max Preps. They're not right half the time. Our numbers will be correct, and I had a great staff tonight, and I hope that they can work with me again. You see them up there on the board, and I think we're going to start putting Greg's name up there, because without him, we'd have decent stats. Hey, I was only 2 yards off on the rushing. Good. And sometimes I'm more off than that, but tonight I'm kind of excited about that. The direction was by one of the nicest young men I know, and someday he may be directing in Hollywood or someplace like that, or he may be on the NFL Game of the Week. Christopher Reasons. The cameras tonight, what a great job by Eric Edmond and Andrew Burris, and I think this was Andrew's first football game. Now, he does a lot of other sports. And replay, Olivia Barlow, I am so thankful that you were here tonight. Producer, of course, again, Christopher Reason. Our executive producer is Paul Schulze. We appreciate him. I appreciate Greg Armour, the administrations of both schools, you, the fans, and all of you that wrote in here tonight. I wished I could get them all on, but when you're doing a one-man gang show, as they called it in wrestling and stuff, but we will see you, or you will hear me from Columbia Academy next week. Pregame will be around 6:30, depending on how things go with setting up there. So it's a nice facility. We just don't get to be in the new side. And we're over in the old press box, and I lived in Mount Pleasant for a few years while I was working for the State Department of Education. But for all of these wonderful people that made it possible, for the two schools, and a great display of sportsmanship by both teams. The officials officiated, the coaches coached, and the players played. This is a copyright broadcast. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. Thanks for your time this time. Till next time, good night all.
The Ballgame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports.
The Jackson Rockabillys, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCA, JCS, and Peabody.
Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers.
Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. Ballgame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.